This video is for Targeted Mike and people that are like him, because it's interesting to watch his testimony. It's a little bit like Absent-Minded Abe, where he is featuring himself as the subject matter and his experience with harassment. I think it's kind of dangerous to do that, but my hat's off to you if you think you can handle it. But the last video that the Targeted Mike did, it gave me the inspiration for this video because he has a rare opportunity. And, he's at that stage to where new targeted individuals, they're starting to discuss the dilemma that they are dealing with people around them, family members and so forth. And, of course, the predictable reaction, right? Well, you're reading into things, or you're experiencing mental illness or whatever. It's not happening, right? And, the thing that I've noticed, I've had a lot of experience with this. And first, I think that talking about it is dangerous, okay? But it's inevitable. It's going to happen. And when it does, you're gonna have two different reactions. There are gonna be people who are supportive. It's a lot rarer, and they're gonna listen to you, and they might even have things to share with you that are similar. Okay, and then the other reaction is you're crazy. You're having problems, or you need to think about something else, which kind of is true. And that plays into this little strategy that I'm going to suggest that Targeted Mike uses, and that the people out there that are in a similar situation should use. And I've talked about this before, that targeted individuals get drawn out because the whole idea that you are being conspired against, and you're being harassed in all these different areas or whatever. You can't do anything about it because you can't control people. So the situation is out of your control, right? And focusing on it, well, it's kind of a mental vampire, isn't it? Things aren't getting done. Targeted Mike mentioned that his house hadn't been cleaned. He's been preoccupied with this stuff. And for what? You can't control it. And I've talked about people who deal with gang stalking, that they need to follow protocols. If possible, they need to be employed. They need to, try to focus, on what they need to accomplish. And the gang stalking thing, if you have to think about it, if it's something that's just there, and sometimes that happens, that try to be productive with it, right? And realize that that there isn't anything you can really do about it, in the sense that you can't control people, okay? Because it's a trick. You're going to get drawn out there. And one of the main motives for harassing someone is to get them all worked up, right? They want to get you riled up. There's nothing. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? How are we going to fix this? Oh, gosh, now what? And it's just a way to get you going. It is. So you have the opportunity that I was talking about, and that is the people are probably going to tell you that you need to just forget about it, or talk about something else, or accept the idea that maybe you were wrong or whatever. Okay, so my advice is that you do just that. Because what's going to happen is you're going to find out whether people are feeding on this or not. Because if you quit talking about it and you quit acting stressed out or whatever, even if you got to put on a little bit of a front and you don't bring it up anymore, you get a chance to see how people are going to react to that and see whether they're going to bring it up now. That would be a contradiction, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be. Because I've seen that before. Oh, quit talking about it. Oh, let's talk about something else. I don't know. And you do it. You stop. And what happens? Then, after a while, you remember that stuff you were talking about? Is it still going on? And they'll try to draw you out. And it's a good indicator as to whether people are, if nothing else, being consistent, right? Because if you, like I said, even just put on a front to get back to daily activities or, try to living a normal life or whatever, and, the people that suggested that you do that try to draw you back out and get you all emotionally worked up, well, that's going to be a good indicator, isn't it? And besides that, there's things you need to do. You can't forget that. And one of the methods of gang stalking is to get you dysfunctional and preoccupied with this. So it works either way. It's a beautiful strategy. And I think it'll be quite revealing. Guys, be good to yourselves. Be safe.